Hi, I'm Irene Tansman, author of Baby and Arlene's Autism War. Today I'd like to talk to you about severe autism and shoes. Now, these are the shoes. And by the way, there's no paid promotion in this video. This is just my opinion. These are the shoes that I like to get for my son Isaac. These are Dunham shoes. That's sort of like the fancier brand of New Balance. I like to get the shoes that have the Velcro straps so that he doesn't need to tie his shoes. The reason why I like these Dunhams is I know that in the group home they're not going to change his shoes if there is inclement weather, if he needs rubbers or he needs boots, if it's raining or it's snowing. They're not going to change shoes for him. They're not going to tell him to change shoes or bother with that. So these shoes are waterproof. So that's why I select them, because I know what they're going to keep his feet dry. They're relatively sturdy. However, he can go through these shoes and they could break after only a couple of weeks or a month or something like that, and they're expensive shoes. So these are shoes that have been fixed. Here is what happens with the shoes. When he puts them on, sometimes what he'll do is he'll just shove his foot in there, and the tongue goes inside, and the DSPs don't always notice or correct that when it happens. So the seam over here ends up ripping and getting frayed. Um, the shoemaker told me that the thread that they're using now in the manufacturing process of shoes tends to break very quickly. And especially for people who might be abusing their shoes. So he what he will do is he will reinforce the shoes with thread that's not going to break. So in the past, when he's ruined his shoes like this, I would say, well, if it's $45 to fix it, I might as well buy him a whole new pair. That's not really a good strategy. It's a better strategy to have it repaired in a way that if he puts it on incorrectly, it's not going to break easily. Now, uh, Isaac always puts on his shoes on the right foot. He always, he'll always put his left shoe on his left foot and the right shoe on his right foot. And he always does this correctly. He never makes a mistake. And how this happened was this was never in an ISP. The certain DSPs that work in his group home noticed that he was almost doing this, and so they decided that, well, it's time for him to put on his shoes himself, and they got him to do it. I think if it were in the ISP and it had to go through the higher ups and they had to have steps that were official, I don't think they ever would have gotten done. But they did it. They did it quickly. He never makes a mistake. He always does it correctly. But sometimes he will shove his foot in with a tongue like that. And when I've seen him do it, I say, Isaac, you need to pull out the tongue of the shoe. And when he hears tongue, he goes like that. So he doesn't exactly get it. Uh, uh, but what I wanted to say, my emphasis today on this video, is that sometimes it's better to repair it than it is to go and buy a new pair. And from now on, what I'm going to do is when I get a new pair, I'm going to automatically have it reinforced. I'm going to automatically, before it's ripped, I'm going to bring it to the shoemaker, and he knows how to put in very strong thread so that it's not going to break in a couple of weeks or in a month. So, so that's my little spiel about shoes. There are other very excellent videos on shoes, on how to pick a shoe, how to pick a shoe that's comfortable, for people who have sensory issues. I know Mary Barbera has a very nice video on shoes, and a video on shoes and severe autism. So you might want to check those out. I hope this video has been helpful to you, and I'll see you on the next one.